So today is Saturday, June 3rd, and going to be getting in a big, long, steady state workout today. Normally on Saturdays, I would, get in a longer run, but my left foot has been kind of hurting a little bit. Mostly, when walking and running definitely makes it a little worse. So staying away from running for a little bit. Had sort of a similar issue with my right foot in the spring, and I've just had to take a little bit off of running and just kind of let it get better, I guess. So hopefully that'll happen with the other foot. So right now we're going to do a long erg session because that's most of the pressure there is kind of on the balls of your feet near the toes, and so when I'm erging I don't really have any pain there. So I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do today is 5 by 30 minutes. So that's going to be pretty long, 2.5 hours of erging, which seems like a lot of exercise, but I've started thinking about this recently in the context of, how you spend your life. 2.5 hours really isn't all that long. So I'm going to get to that, and hopefully I think I'll get, over 30K in. That's the goal. So we'll see how that goes. So just finished up the first piece here, and took it pretty easy. You can see the average there was 214, so definitely not pushing it at all. My max heart rate during that was like around 140, so definitely pretty chilled out. And also it's a pretty long session, so I got my computer here watching The Social Network. First time I've seen that, so that's pretty fun. And take a few minutes of rest and then get on to piece number 2. Piece number 2 just finished up, and pretty much about the same pace. Similar heart rates, so pretty happy with that. Just getting in the meters today and on to number 3. So just finished up with that erg session. Like I said, did 5 by 30 minutes and took 5 minutes of rest in between. And honestly, it went pretty well. Pretty long session, but I kept it pretty easy per se. So the first, 4 pieces, I didn't go above like 145 heart rate really at all. Maybe I got, to 150 or so, like for a little bit, but the majority of those pieces were all below 145 heart rate, which is pretty low, steady, and easy. Then the last piece, obviously, for one, the fatigue of the session starts to build up. So it's hard to maintain, the same pace at the same heart rate. But also, I wanted to push a little bit harder during that last piece. So my heart rate was up, around 150, 155 more like in that last piece, which is completely fine. And I was just a little bit faster in that piece. But overall, it wasn't too bad. I was watching The Social Network, which was a pretty interesting movie about the founding of Facebook and stuff like that. And I liked it because there was some rowing in it. If anyone's familiar, Zuckerberg sort of got the idea of Facebook from the Winklevoss twins, who were rowers at Harvard, and went on to, I think they got 6th in the Beijing Olympics. I don't know if they were in the 8th there or what, but I just thought that was sort of cool because they were, part of the movie, or at least the actors were part of the movie, and so it was fun to watch that while I was rowing. So I'm gonna head home and get some more food in me to fuel back up. Obviously, that was, a lot of effort to do all that erging, so I'm gonna go home and then I'll probably go to the store as well. So I got to get some more groceries to fuel up even more.